Stop number 12 in the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Richmond International Raceway. It's the running of the Mobil 1 400, the last chance to get into the All-Star race before the Winston Open, which is actually the very last chance there for whatever. But at any rate, we are here today on this 3/4 mile D-shaped track. It's 60 laps of distance here today for this race. So let's get the starting lineup for today's running of the event. On the pole it is Cav Shear, the number 57 Heinz Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. It's his first pole of the season, I believe, this season. He'll be alongside two-time winner this season, Chris Dodd, the number 8 Snickers Buick. He won the Daytona 500 and the race at Talladega. Trent Dunham has the inside of row number 2, the number 1 Skull Classic Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside the Ray Bestis Buick, car number 12 of Joshua Siculi. He's on the outside. Row 3, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. She'll be on the inside of the third row. And the number 99 Exide Batteries SKF Ford Thunderbird of Levi McIntyre is on the outside. Row 4 has the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet of Andrew Perry. He'll be on the inside of the fourth row. And he will not be alongside Charles Sanford in the 24. He'll be alongside, actually, the number 18 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet of winner at Las Vegas, Dawson Wise. Then it's Charles Sanford, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet inside of row 5. He'll be alongside the Quaker State Buick, car number 26 of Chelsea Bowles. Row 6 has Johnny Gardner, number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll be alongside the number 42 Coors Light Pontiac of Kyle Matthews, the winner this season at Martinsville. And by the way, Sanford was winner at Bristol as well. Seth Cole is the inside of row number 7, the 52 Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. He'll be alongside Chris Dallerton, the Skull Classic Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, car 55. Then it's Daniel Olson, number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Michael Norman, the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Then it's Quentin Moore, the Citgo Ford, car number 21 inside of row number 9, I think. And he'll be on the inside. He'll be alongside the 68 Country Time Oldsmobile of Amari Stoudemire Jr. Row 10 is Cole Deaver, the Xerox Ford, car number 7. He'll be alongside Joshua Culler, the 43 STP Pontiac. Next row down, Jonathan Zorlin, the winner this season at Texas in the Lifebuoy Chevrolet, car 71. And Dylan Young, the winner this season at Rockingham, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Next row down has Zach Winkle, the Budweiser Chevrolet, car number 11. He'll be flanked by Dylan Poteet, the number 31 GM Goodrich Mom and Pop Chevrolet. He's won at Richmond a bunch of times. Then it's John Gilbert, the 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside the number 70 Rumpel Furniture Pontiac of Zed Weinstein. Keith Batson has the inside of the next row down, the number 88 Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll be alongside Sky Commons, number 22 Maxwell House Chevrolet, or Maxwell House Ford, excuse me. Nick Johnson on the inside of the next row down, the 66 Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac. That's easy for me to say. He'll be alongside the number 4 Kodak Film Oldsmobile of Paul Minnick. Then it's Matt Dallio, the number 15 Motorcraft Ford on the inside of the next row down. He'll be alongside Benjamin Miles, the number 27 Kodiak Pontiac. Then it's Jesse Turner, number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside John Arndt of Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down has Joshua Osborne, the winner at Darlington, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Dalton Day, the Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile, car number 20. Then it's Ryan George, who won the season at North Wilkesboro, the number 30 Pennzoil Pontiac. He'll be alongside Jeremy Jones, number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile. Next row down has the number 10 Tide Ford and JT Bryant, and he'll be alongside Zachary Fitzwater and Hardy's Oldsmobile, car 29. And shotgun in the field, winner season in Atlanta.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Winner this season in Atlanta that is starting shotgun in the field, Cole Baker, the 75 Valvoline Pontiac. The command's been given to fire the engines as we get set for 60 laps of racing in the Mobil 1 400. As the field rounds through turns 3 and 4, a Pontiac Buick front row. Kev Shear looking for his first win of the season. Chris Dodd looking for his third win of the season. It's the green flag race. We are underway at Richmond. Richmond typically has been known as a wreck fest here in the races past in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as Kev Shearer will lead the first lap of this race. Trent Dunham going into second position. Third to Jessica Shelton. Fourth is Andrew Perry. Charles Samper battling with Joshua Sakuli for the fifth position. Johnny Gardner right behind him in car 28. He's now takes 6 away from Sakuli. Chris Dodd, who is the outside pole sitter, he is sliding back a bit, as is Sakuli, Bowles, and a few others on the outside lane. Jonathan Zorlin, car 71. He's in the winner this season at Texas Motor Speedway. He's moving this way nicely through the field. Now Daniel Olson shoves Johnny Gardner up the track. Meantime, Kev Shearer and Trent Dunham still hold the top 2 spots right now. The Shearer in the 57 Pontiac and Dunham in the number 1 Oldsmobile. Quentin Moore, the defending race champion, moving his way through the field nicely. And here comes another short track. Here comes a short track racer in his own right, Keith Batson, at number 88 Texaco Haviland Ford. Batson getting around Zorlin, and now he goes inside of his Haviland teammate Johnny Gardner. Pair of Haviland Fords side by side, and now the 11 car Zach Winkle working his way through the field nicely as well. And we got a spin apparently happening in turn number 2, I think, and I think it was Jeremy Jones in 14 that might have spun. I'm not sure really. But it puts us under caution for the first time nonetheless on lap number 8. And actually it was Chelsea Bowles in the 26 that spun. Let's take a look at what happened in replay. She was on the outside lane between Levi McIntyre and Kyle Matthews. Matthews backs off there. Bowles tries to stick her nose of her Buick to the inside. Taps McIntyre's Ford and then gets turned by the 27 of Benjamin Miles. And Bowles goes for a spin and... Ooh, she come back and hit Zachary Fitzwater, Cole Baker, and some of the others. That spin nonetheless there knocked Bowles back to the 38th position. Let's keep our eye on the pace car, see when the lights will be off. And they are off right now, so set the field for you as we get the restart here. Kev Shearer leads the race. Second is Trent Dunham. Third, Jessica Shelton. Fourth position is Andrew Perry. Fifth is Charles Samper. Sixth is Quentin Moore. Seventh, Cole Deaver. Eighth position is Zach Winkle. Ninth position, John Gilbert. 10th is Keith Batson. 11th is Daniel Olson. 12th is Paul Minnick. 13th, Johnny Gardner. 14th, Matt Dallio. And 15th is Zed Weinstein. So you got Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Ford, Chevrolet, and Chevrolet in the top 5 spots. As Kev Shearer leads them down, the green flag will wave on lap number 13. Andrew Perry making a quick move to the inside of Jessica Shelton for position. Let's see what happens coming out of turn number 2. Perry has position in the 5 car, Shelton in the 9. Side by side, Ford versus Chevrolet, a classic battle among makes. Perry takes position as he takes third away. Here comes Cole Deaver with the help of this 11 of Zach Winkle. Deaver having a solid run here today. Running in 5th position. Battle happening down there. Johnny Gardner, Charles Sanford in this mix here. Top 2 cars still have not changed. It is still Kev Shearer leading the race. Second position is still Trent Dunham. Both of whom have yet to win this season. Shearer won once last season. That came at North Wilkesboro, and Trent Dunham collected one of his biggest wins, winning the Southern 500 at Darlington last season. Battle quickly going on for the 4th position. Here's Zach Winkle trying to get around Jessica Shelton for position. In the first side-by-side battle, Paul Minnick in the number 4 car goes inside of Johnny Gardner for position. He's got the help from the 70 of Zed Weinstein, the 2-time champion of this series. On board Zed Weinstein's car. Some great battles all the way around this racetrack at Richmond as they come across the start-finish line, completing lap number 19 of this race. Minute caught on the high side here, and Joshua Sakuli just about sideswipes the 33 of John Gilbert. Jonathan Zorlin, in a winner at Texas, moving his way through the field as he gets by Gilbert for position. Benjamin Miles running a 16th. Charles Sanford dropping to 17th. Whoa, Miles got a little cozy there with Quentin Moore and Dawson Wesley. Look at this, 3 wide almost. There's Seth Cole going inside of his buddy Kyle Matthews, dropping back in the field, and so has Levi McIntyre in 99. Joshua Collard getting around Matthews for position. Both those two are locked in the All-Star race, as is Seth Cole. Kyle Matthews, also a 2-time winner this season. He won this season at Martinsville and then won that tremendous finish out at California Speedway, the last stop in the tour. And now you got the battle of the 2-time winners, Matthews and Dodd, battling it out here. Cole Baker winner at Atlanta, and there he is in 75. JT Bryant in the 10 car, he's working straight through a field, and here's a man who's practically in this series owned Richmond International Raceway. Trying to get to his car here. There it is. There's a man here who's absolutely owned Richmond in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Dylan Poteet, the number 31 Goodwrench Mom and Pop Chevrolet, has here in fact his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. Came on this very track in season 1 in this very race, as a matter of fact. And of course, he was also the first ever champion in this series as well. And Poteet in the season since has come close a number of times to winning that second one, but nonetheless has had pretty good finishes in the points. So he is right now not having a good run here today in 29th position. See where he's at this time by. Whoa, he and Chris Dodd just about got together in the 8 car, and oh boy. Boy, Poteet, Dodd, and, Seth Cole got very, very close. Now Poteet goes inside of Chris Dallerton in 55 car. Now, by the way, you're looking at this number right there, the 20.670 or 20.781 now for Poteet was the last lap by. That's not lap speed, that's lap time they're running, not speeds. They're not running 20 miles an hour around this racetrack, as you can see, but we're measuring lap time here at Richmond instead of speed. Joshua Osborne wanted the season at Darlington, running in the 30th position. Dallerton up the track now. Dallerton's just had such a so-so start to the season at the moment. Chelsea Bowles, though, coming back nicely from that spin she had earlier in the race. She running in the, see where she is at this time by. She is currently clocked in the 31st position. Some big names struggling back there. As we said, Osborne, Dallerton, Dalton Day, Matthews, McIntyre, Bryant, Dylan Young, who won at Rockingham this season, and John Arndt, Jeremy Jones running in last place at the moment. But right now it's been all Kev Shearer all the time in the number 57 Heinz Pontiac. Started from the pole, currently leads the race here. The average speed right now, 102.891 miles per hour. Almost 103 miles an hour between Bryant, for Shearer, I should say. On board Trent Dunham's car. Trent driving for, of course, his own team, Sega Motorsports. Keeping a steady distance, though, 0.4 of a second back behind Kev Shearer's car. Andrew Perry runs in third position. Fourth right now belonging to Cole Deaver. Jessica Shelton and Vitt trying to hold off Zach Winkle and Keith Batson. Winkle in sixth, Batson in seventh. Eighth position is Paul Minnick, now battling with Daniel Olson for that spot. Minnick driving his Oldsmobile, which is a short track and road course car. Not to mention he'll also be driving on a couple of 1-milers. They'll be driving it at New Hampshire and at Phoenix this season. It's only 2 1-milers he'll be driving it on. Of course, not to mention also he's on yeah, but weird part is he'll be driving the Chevrolet on the 1-milers at Rockingham and at Dover, which will be coming up after the big weekend at Charlotte. Battle for fourth position. Jessica Shelton going inside of Andrew Perry as Cole Deaver's gotten around Perry for position. And now Deaver will try to catch the 2 veterans in the top 2 spots, Kev Shearer and Trent Dunham, for position as we are actually already past halfway. 37 in the books and 23 laps to go. Here in the Mobil 1 400, it's been the 57 car of Shearer leading the race here, and boy, Perry slipping up the track. Here comes Shelton, going to try to take advantage. Let's see what happens in turn number 3, and she does have it as Zach Winkle says, I'm going with the other red car, and they draft right by the Chevrolet. Here, 3 Fords together, as it were. So the 3 Fords hook up and just engulf that Chevrolet to bits, and now Paul Minnick and Daniel Olson still going at it for that 8th position as Perry drops back to 7th position, maybe even 9th as when it maybe all said and done. Perry's car is just a little bit loose. Now Perry tries to go back inside of Batson for position and says, I don't like what y'all did to me. And meantime, he's got a bumper full of Paul Minnick. Back bumper Andrew Perry's car. Perry going into the 6th position. Take you back through the field again. Joshua Collard going inside of Charles Sanford. That's for the 14th position, I believe. Collard having a solid run in King Richard Petty's number 43. That is a 1991, I think. Yeah, 1991 Pontiac he's driving. Sanford running in 15th. 16th is Benjamin Miles. Jesse Turner having a solid day in 17th. Had a great run in the last short track we were on at Martinsville. Seth Cole in the 52 car running in 20th position as he goes inside. Now Dawson Wise in the 18 car. Chelsea Bowles having a nice, as we said, nice recovery for her. Right now running in 21st position in the Quaker State Buick after spinning early in the race. Quentin Moore, the defending race champion here at Richmond. If you remember that battle between he and Levi Jones down to the wire, with Quentin Moore barely holding off Jones for the win. Moore running in the 18th position. As now Paul Minnick goes inside now Jessica Shelton for position. Shelton is the one kicked up the track. Minnick takes the 8th position. Oh, we got a spin! It was the 14 of Jeremy Jones that has spun. And smoke pouring out of that number 14 Copenhagen Oldsmobile as he brings it on the pit road. Yellow flag flying on lap number 45 of this race. And yep, Jones is out of the race. Jones is running in 39th position as when it all happens, as he and John Arndt were battling it out. It looked to me like he came down on John Arndt, looks like, in number 6 car. And Jones gets turned around and, oh my gosh. Ooh! Just from the side of that, it hits the side of that door with that, at the end of the pit, at the end of the retaining wall. Ever wonder what it's like to get turned at 100 miles an hour? Let's ride with Jeremy Jones. And puts his slowly dying car into gear and just motors away. So Jeremy Jones, the first retiree out of the race in this race. They're actually, strange enough to say. We are already down to 9 laps to go. We'll have the restart with 8 to go when this race restarts. It is Kev Shear has led the whole day. Can he hold on to win it? Cole Deaver might have something to say about that in 2nd position. In the 7th car, he's trying to get himself in the All-Star race, actually, which is already the biggest field in the history of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Dunham's 3rd, Minnick 4th, Zach Winkle's 4th, 5th is Perry. As the green flag will fly on lap 53. 6th is Olsen, 7th is Minnick, 8th is Shelton, 9th is Zorland, and 10th is Gardner. The green flag waves are underway on lap 53. Does Cole Deaver have anything for Kev Shear in these last few laps here? Nobody has anything for Shear yet. Deaver might do it. I don't know. Cole Deaver, a rookie in this series here. Shear, the KG veteran. And it's not been a good season for Scheer at the moment, though. Currently sitting dead last in the points. Coming into this race, they're almost dead last in the points, but a win here would certainly boost him up. And he's already in the All-Stars by virtue of his win at North Wilkesboro. 6 laps to go. And Joshua Osborne on the pit road. Something wrong with the 17 car. Meantime, battling going on for third position. That's Daniel Olson inside of the car of Zach Winkle. Paul Minnick is in this mix. Jessica Shelton in the mix there. Oh boy, gonna be a good mix. Here. Deaver apparently staying the same distance behind Scheer at the moment, though. It's still 2,300 of a second last time by, as they have 4 laps to go, 3.5 now. Daniel Olson in third position. Minnick now takes fourth. Shelton takes fifth as she tries to hold off the 11 of Zach Winkle and the 5 of Andrew Perry as Perry takes position. It's for sixth. Cole Deaver trying to close in a little bit in a 7 car. Let's see what's going to happen in the last 2 laps. Pontiac in the lead, Ford in second. Deaver just 0.2 of a second back, though. If he can close in the way he did the last time by, we may have a shootout on the final lap. As they come to the start-finish line, the white flag waves over. Kev Scheer has 1 lap to go here at Richmond. What's Cole Deaver got for Kev Scheer on the final lap, though? Deaver not making any move at the moment, though. Kev Scheer stayed smooth all day long, and it looks like he will do it. Car number 57, the Heinz 2-minute catch-up Pontiac, goes to victory lane. Kev Scheer wins at Richmond. Kev Scheer gets his second Castrol GTX Cup Series victory, and both of them have been on short tracks here so far. Already locked himself in the All-Star race, though, and for Cole Deaver, he'll still have another chance to do so in the Winston Open at Charlotte. Average speed of 102.122. Kev Scheer takes home the victory here today. Second place was Cole Deaver, his best finish ever in this series. In this series. Third is Daniel Olson. Fourth, Paul Minnick in car number 4. Jessica Shelton 5th. 6th position was Andrew Perry. 7th was Ryan George. 8th position was Benjamin Miles. 9th, Jonathan Zorlin. And 10th position was Matt Dalio. Trent Dunham, who was second all day long, ends up finishing 11th. Still a solid finish for him, though, however. Charles Stanford was 12th. 13th was Zach Winkle. 14th, Johnny Gardner. 15th, Dawson Wise. Seth Cole 16th. Chelsea Bowles comes from an early race spin to finish 17th. Quentin Moore 18th. Jesse Turner 19th. Amari Stoudemire Jr. finishing in 20th position. Joshua Collard 21st. 22nd, Keith Batson. 23rd, John Gilbert. Chris Dollerton 24th. 25th was Joshua Sekuli. Cole Baker comes from last to finishing 26th. Chris Dodd, 27th. Dalton Day, 28th. Zed Weinstein, 29th. Dylan Pote, who usually runs good on this racetrack in this series, though, ends up finishing 30th, so not a good day for him. Sky Commons, 31st. 32nd was Zachary Fitzwater. Kyle Matthews, quite a blow after his win at California, finishing 33rd in this race. Nick Johnson, 34th. 35th, Levi McIntyre, the last car to finish on the lead lap. Then John Arndt finishing 36th. Joshua Osborne had a problem late in the going, though, ends up 37th. He wasn't having a good run at this point anyway. Michael Norman was 38th. 39th, JT Bryant. Dylan Young ends up 2 laps down in 40th. And Jeremy Jones was the last car out of the race. But for Kev Shear, a big win here today after a slow start to the season for the Heinz 57 team, as Kev Shear goes to victory lane, a third this season for Pontiac. And so the next stop in the tour will be the big weekend at Charlotte. It'll be the Castrol GTX Winston All-Star race, as well as the All-Star Open. It'll all be on one video, as you know. So with all that said, this is James Qualls. It's been and if you like what you see here on the NNSCRA channel, please subscribe to this channel, for you never know what's going to come up here. NNR 2003 races, gaming, anything that we all desire on this channel. So until then, this is James Qualls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?